Greetings, folks. It's Tim from Box Stock Garage. Hope you all had a great week. Our week was okay. Three visits from the plumbers. One visit to the vet. So, yay. But in the meantime, well, actually, Julie and myself have both gotten some bench time in, which is good. So this is just kind of a general update on where builds are at and kind of the state of the room. Well, for starters, the state of the room, the window behind me is actually getting replaced on Monday. So for the first time in 5 years, I'm going to have a screen. Of course, it's going to be too cold to open the windows and take advantage of that, but we still have some nice weather coming, so we'll be good to open that up and not have to worry about Key wanting to go out on the small roof that's outside that window. So that's pretty cool. So that is literally an update on the room. So builds, where are we at? What's coming? That's kind of the whole reason behind this video. Where we're at on the Buddy Build with John, the let me get this over, the Suzuki RGV Gamma. We're kind of in a holding pattern on this. The decals on this kit, well, basically they shattered. I think I had two decals that broke that I was able to use. The only decal that successfully went down was the gauge, the tachometer, and that I then put the tester's window maker over that to make the glass effect. So that's on hold. A bit of an early tip of the cap to Tamiya USA. I reached out to them and told them what happened with the decals. The guy sent me back an email basically saying, send me a picture of the decals that you have left, which I think was probably almost like prove that you have those decals. So I did that, and within an hour he sent back and said, sorry for this. We're ordering some decals. So, and they're going to be shipped to me. So once I get those, I'll get back on track. I also let John know, since obviously it's a buddy build, he's doing the same kit. So if he has the same problem, and I'm sure he knows to contact Tamiya. So there's that. Other work in progress, the tiny little World War II kit. The I'm going to put this on something here. The Kettenkraftrad, the motorcycle trailer. The tracks are not done yet. They've got to be painted with some paint that hopefully will arrive today. Little steering works. The external wheels, because these wheels they're double wheels. Obviously, they're like tank treads. So those are still here on the bench. Haven't glued them on yet. Lay it on its side. So I got the seat in. I've got a couple of levers that have to go in. It's pretty wild that the driver of this thing actually sat straddling the engine. I got the hitch on. I got the back seat on. That's painted rubber black, and then I kind of dry brush some gray just to simulate some wear and tear on that. The trailer is also done. So let me see if I can do this without dropping stuff. So the trailer's done. Again, waiting for paint to arrive to do the cover for the trailer. So that's the Kettenkraftrad or Kettenkrad. So that's pretty good. Have not glued the figures together yet. I'm going to try and paint figures. So those are the two that are in progress. The 41 Chevy pickup, I'm looking down there sitting on the floor, 41 Chevy pickup for the Bootleggers Ball group build, hosted by Kyle at RKD Scaleworks and Tiffany at Dirt Road Cinderella, with some support from Josh at VCG Resins. Have not started that yet, so that's open, unboxed, but not started yet. And I'm going to toss another build onto the table here. This just arrived today. Speaking of Kyle at RKD Scaleworks, we enable each other, and he sent this to me. Very, very much appreciated. So this is the 1989 Sauber-Mercedes C9 race car. He loves this kit. He's talked about this kit a lot on videos. He's talked about it to me on in emails. And I was at the shop last week, and they had the Sauber-Mercedes C9, but it was a Hasegawa kit. And I texted him about it, and he's like, you want to take a pass on that. You really want to hold out for the Tamiya kit. And here we are 6 days later, and he actually sent that to me. So, Kyle, very much appreciated. And yeah, I'm going to get into this one. In fact, I've got a modeling forum that I'm in. Kyle invited me into that a while ago. And I believe this is going to replace the car that I said I was going to build in the forum, which was a Nissan like C390, some type of race car. So got that from Kyle. Very much appreciated. Again, Kyle, thank you very much. And yeah, I'm looking forward to building that. Now, on my military kick, one thing I found that I was seriously lacking in is really a majority of the military paints. So I've gone on a bit of a kick, spending some of my hobby money. In fact, I've got some paint sets, some weathering sets arriving today, I hope, which, this thing is, again, going to get weathered quite a bit. There's a couple different options as far as paint on this. So the first few that I'm going to do are just going to be this gray, which is like early to mid-war, I believe. So one of the things that you can pick up, and so, go big or go home, I bought the set, are these AK Real Colors markers. As you know, I love markers. I've got my gallery markers. I've got display markers that I've had for quite some time. I'm actually using one of the gallery markers on this guy, which is the dark iron. But this pack is something else. It's 34 colors. I don't know. There's part of it. So if you want to, and of course you can look at these online and you can see all the colors. But these things are awesome. I've only used 3 so far. There's 17, there's 34 total. There's 17 on the top row, and then you can pull this out, and there's 17 more hiding underneath it. So I'm getting in touch with my inner German. You can buy these things individually, and if you do tires and you use rubber black, the Tamiya rubber black, that guy right there, perfect match for the rubber black. I did the tires with rubber black and the Tamiya rubber black, and then touch them up with the pen, and you can't tell which was which. So that's very good. So, so yeah, have not even done a video for my USAC group build yet for the 69 Camaro, the Revell 69 Camaro. But yeah, just wanted to jump in and do kind of where we're at. So more military stuff coming. Thank you for the positive comments on that. I don't think anybody's unsubscribed because I had a military unboxing. I really do appreciate the support and the positive comments on that. And of course, you know, motorcycle, race car, pickup truck. So I've got the next few builds lined up, but I'm not going to go quite like I did earlier this year where I had, you know, 4 or 5 builds on the go at once. I don't want to get back that way. The bench is a little bit messy right now, but it's because I'm literally sitting here working on the Kettenkraftrad. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. Again, I want to thank Gallery Airbrushes for their support, which obviously they're more than just airbrushes, but their support of the channel. So if you go to gallery.com, you can use the code BOX and get 10% off. There is also the Amazon code, which I shared previously. I'll put in the description, which is good through the end of this month for 10% off. Jameston Kroon over at Scale Finishes, from the bottle to the model. Awesome, awesome automotive paint and motorcycle paint. So if you go to scalefinishes.com, you can use Box Stock 10 and get 10% off from Jameston, from Scale Finishes. Again, thanks to Josh at VCG Resins for his support of the Bootleggers Ball group build. And again, Kyle and Tiffany, Arcade Scaleworks and Dirt Road Cinderella, respectively. And shout out to Chris Bell at Scale Speed Garage. Thank you so much, everybody out there, for those subs, for the likes, the comments, the shares, all of that stuff. Greatly appreciated. Hope you all have a great weekend coming up. And yeah, we'll catch on our next update. And Key's downstairs curled up on the bed sleeping. So this is Tim from Box Stock Garage. Have a great weekend, folks. We're out of here.